Good evening and salutations, my days of Elias. Okay, all right. You know what? This Connie chick is giving me Whitney 2.0 vibes, and as annoyed as I was when I watched Whitney, and just I felt like she wasn't really a good villain. At least with her, I had a bit of sympathy for her. I had a bit of sympathy for her. She accidentally unalived her husband, and I think probably her animals and everything like that. She didn't really get the therapy that she desperately needed. Okay, so it drove her into becoming this obsessive person and willing to kill and everything like that. But with Connie is pretty much just a product of her own making. She's giving me this very Lifetime movie vibes, very desperate, pathetic woman who can't get a man. The one that shows her the slightest of decency, she latches on and becomes super obsessed. Okay, when she saw Shen, she was practically barging in his place, asking him, begging him to go out with her. And being all like, oh well, Melinda did a number on you and this, that, and the third. Had these stalker tendencies. I know you've been snipped to see Marlena and stuff like that. And the thing is, he was trying to be nice to her, right? He was just trying to be nice to her. But the minute that he found that like you're going through my medical stuff or whatever, like what are you doing at that point? Like that just set him off, and at that point he was like, "Eff it, get out, just leave." And she didn't leave, so he was like, "All right, fine, I'm calling the cops." She panicked, stabbed him in the back, and then sat there and blamed the whole thing on everybody else because woe is me, I can't get a man. So now she's sitting in the kitchen talking to herself. Listen, I am happy with the drama and the suspense that she's giving in this show. There was one point she stabbed Rafe in the back when he was looking at a grave, right? So I'm like, man, this is crazy. This is good. So you have good stuff going on, but the villain is very lackluster. I don't know. To be fair, I can actually go on and on and on about that, but whatever. I got the wrong notes. So, Stefan and Gabby are lying down. I guess it's breakfast time or whatever. And, Gabby, she hasn't, she hasn't gotten any in quite a while. So, she wants to get it on. Stefan is like, I got a headache. Yeah, because of you. And the fact that you blew up EJ's life apart and practically declared war. And she was all like, well, technically I didn't really promise or whatever. And she gets so upset and she wound up leaving. And, eventually she goes downstairs and, Stefan is like, he has this dull moment where he's like, oh, whatever. But I'm like, bro, you should kind of be sticking to that. Like, she literally did sit there and say, I'm not going to say anything. Just for her to sit there and do the exact opposite. So keep that same energy for a while. Now, Kristen has Ava over to sign some papers, and Ava's getting all sketchy, like, oh, I don't want to sit there and run into Gabby. I'm like, you both live in a small town. you're going to run into her at some point. What happened? You think you're gonna run into her? She's gonna sit there and see and be like, ah, sleeping with Stefan, wasn't you? I can look at, I can see in your eyes. Like, why are you being so damn petro for? Why are you being so petro for? What are you scared of Gabby? Like, I don't understand. Why is she? I'm not really understanding that. I mean, I get that, maybe she wants to sit there and help Stefan out because Stefan was helping her out, but I mean, the fact that she's just so nervous that she can't even walk into Damaris' place without being like, oh, I'm gonna run into Gabby. I'm like, okay, you can be at the pub, you can run into Gabby. What's your point? Which is exactly what wound up happening. Anyway, um, eventually Gabby does come downstairs. I think, yeah, Gabby comes downstairs, talks to Ava, and thanks her for complying with Clyde and really being there for Stefan and everything. And Stefan comes downstairs. Stefan's just like, I'm like, bro, listen, I don't think that she's going to sit there and think anything is going on, but that look on your face makes you look guilty as hell, bro. Guy code, bro. Change it up. Just, I don't know what you got to do. Fix yourself a drink or something like that. I don't care if it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You got to sit there and have a better poker face. Um, Now, at some point, Gabby leaves, and Ava was like, "Oh yeah, she was just thanking me for having you being able to lean on me," and of course, Kristen's like, "Oh man, she knew you were doing more than just simply leaning on you, just to sit there and mess with him or whatever." Um, and I think Ava leaves, and eventually she's like, Kristen's like, "Hey, listen, I'm not gonna sit there and screw over Ava. No one's gonna know. Just don't say anything, you know? Now, Ava eventually does run up running to Gabby, and Gabby's like, hey, listen, I have an idea, and I know that you are doing like recruiting and stuff like that, and she wants to bring Gabby Sheik there to, promote her business because she's talking to Rafe. She's like, I don't have a life really. I don't have a job or anything like that. And, she also finds out about the Gil Carter thing, but it doesn't really matter because, she's already free. Also, I did kind of skip this a little bit, so let me just kind of go back. So, after Connie killed or stabbed Lee, she overhears Gil. Gil comes in there, and Gil is like, "Oh man!" He realized that he's still alive, but he's like, "You know what? I don't want this trouble," so he winds up leaving. And then Connie calls Gabby with Lee's phone, so this way the cops can come and think, okay, she did it or whatever. So she found a way to sit there and set up Gabby. Um, Not gonna lie, kind of smart. I mean, yeah, she's super annoying and just like very like she just has this very pathetic, thirsty, needy kind of vibe going on, lifetime vibe that I'm just not feeling. But kind of smart and kind of whatever. Um, so while that's going on, you got Everett that's not there. Well, you got Bobby that's not there, still stringing Jada along. And then at one point, because she keeps pressing, she keeps pressing. Finally, he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna let Everett take over. Now Marlena comes in, and they're all like, oh, what's a breakthrough and this, that, and the third. Now Everett's like, all right, so what happened? Like, how long was I here? Did I consent to it? And she's like, no. It was like they felt that somehow he couldn't handle being alone or something like. They came up with some sort of BS reason. Okay, because I sat there. The thing is, um he was there against his will. They involuntarily placed him there. And I'm just like, wait, what? Over what? I think they said something like he might have been a danger to himself or some BS. And I'm just like, he hit him, he hit Eric, they dropped the charges. Okay, he had DID, but you can't just sit there and tell somebody, well, you gotta go to a mental ward because you have DID. That's not how that works. I don't think you could just sit there and just literally commit somebody without them actually doing something drastic. That'd be like, oh, no, no, no. You ain't got a choice. We gotta sit there and put you here because you. Mm-mm. And I don't feel what he did was that drastic enough for them to just lock him there practically against his will. Anyway, they Everett is like, hey, listen, I'm fine now. I wanna get out. I have a job. I have a relationship, which I'm just like, okay. I want to leave. So they agree. Um, and then he's back at his hotel. And even after Marlena leaves, it's really Bobby. So he just faked the whole thing. Um, so he fixed the whole thing. And like I said, towards the end, Connie does, hold her. She holds her promise. Um, Also, Gabby finds out that Abby might be alive. I don't know what kind of history they got going on, but I know what's happening. And I kind of forgot, yeah, and I had to try and and I kind of forgot about the pointless conversation that Rafe had with Marlena. Pretty much what Rafe did is what Jada did yesterday. Going over Marlena's place and being like, hey, do you think there's a possibility that Bobby could be lying to Jada just to string her along? You think he can actually do something like that? Or you think he would do something like that? I'm like, bro, you're just not asking the same dumbass questions your girlfriend just asked yesterday to get her expert opinion on if somebody is capable of lying. I know there was more to that conversation, but like, just like, okay, all right. Now, my thing is, I wonder if that was a dream that Connie was going to do, and did Connie really stab Rafe in the back, or did that actually happen? I guess I'll find out tonight when I look for the promos of Days of Our Lives. Uh, anyway, I think that's pretty much the gist of the episode. There might have been more to it, but that's the gist of the episode. It wasn't a bad episode. It really actually was not. It was actually a pretty decent episode. So I don't have anything to complain about that. What's the villain was a little bit more better. Like I said, it just seems like it's just Whitney 2.0, except for again with Whitney, I can actually feel bad for her to some extent. With her, it's just like I got nothing. I'm just like, okay, so you're a loser, and then a guy rejects you, and you get panicky because he wants you to leave, and well, again, you're a loser, so you wind up stabbing him, and then you're sitting there blaming on everyone else instead of like, okay, whatever. At least when I sit there and blame people in my chat, I'm just playing, like I'm just playing, just to put it out there in case anyone's like, well, Albert blames people all the time, like Jess and Gal Lady, like, but yeah, I'm just, I'm just joking. Um, Anyway, that's pretty much all I got. If I missed anything, write in the comment section below. But yeah, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless, General Hospital. I ain't gonna say it out of order, but I always feel like I'm missing one. What are the four? You know exactly what they are. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.